Good morning, Narvie Harris. Yes, we are excited this morning. We're going to have our Hispanic Festival presented by our very own Senorita Hawkins Perry.
Hey, buenos días, señores y señoritas. Today, we're going to have a show where we're able to explore some of the cultural elements from our curriculum. One of the things that we're supposed to be able to do is make connections with different things in different cultures, see how they would do things, right? So, if we were going to do a presentation, if we were in this year's country we're focusing on is the Dominican Republic, La República Dominicana. So we're going to see some dances, we're going to hear some songs and things that you would see in any kind of a traditional show that would show the history and culture of the Dominican Republic. All right, without further ado, I'm going to introduce Chrisette Henderson to tell us a little bit about our first performance.
Dominican Republic Carnival is a vibrant celebration held annually in February, featuring music, parades, and elaborate costumes. Key figures include the Diablo Can Julio and Roba la Gallina. Major celebrations occur in cities like Santo Domingo, Santiago, and La Vega, with the capital's parade on George Washington Avenue being a highlight. The festival combines European traditions with African spiritual influences, creating a unique expression of national identity and history. Now, Pre-K will be presenting a Dominican Republic Carnival.
Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, baila, baila, muévelo así. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, muévelo, muévelo así. Empezamos con los pies, ahí abajo son los pies, mueven tus pies, mueven tus pies. Luego con las piernas, baila con las piernas, baila, baila con las piernas. Y rodillas, rodillas son para agachar, agáchense, agáchense. Con la cadera te sientes el ritmo, mueve la cadera, mueve la cadera. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, baila, baila, muévelo así. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, muévelo, muévelo así. Los hombros, arriba, abajo van los hombros, arriba, abajo. El cuello, da una vuelta con el cuello. Ahora con la lengua, enséñame la lengua, la, 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 la. Ojos abiertos, ojos cerrados, abiertos, cerrados, abiertos, cerrados. Ahora con las manos, arriba con las manos, arriba, abajo, al lado, al lado. Ahora con las manos, arriba, abajo, al lado, al lado. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, baila, baila, muévelo así. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, muévelo, muévelo así. Ya que tenemos todo el cuerpo, ya conocemos todo, vamos al principio, a los pies. Vamos a empezar a la 1, 2, 3. Empezamos con los pies, luego con las piernas. Baila con las piernas. Rodillas, rodillas son para agachar, agáchense, agáchense. Con la cadera te sientes el ritmo, mueve, mueve la cadera. Hombros arriba, hombros abajo, arriba, abajo, arriba, abajo. El cuello, da una vuelta con el cuello. Ahora con la lengua, enséñame la lengua, la, 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 la. Ojos abiertos, ojos cerrados, abiertos, cerrados, abiertos, cerrados. Ahora con las manos, enséñame las manos, arriba, abajo, al lado, al lado. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, baila, baila, muévelo así. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, muévelo, muévelo así.
All right, let's hear it for Pre-K.
Baila, baila con tu cuerpo, baila, baila, muévelo así. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo, muévelo, muévelo así. Empezamos con los pies, ahí abajo son los pies. Mueven tus pies, mueven tus pies. Luego con las piernas, baila con las piernas. Baila, baila con las piernas. Y rodillas, rodillas son para agachar. Agáchense, agáchense. Con la cadera te sientes el ritmo. Mueve la cadera, mueve la cadera. Baila, baila, baila con tu cuerpo. Baila, baila, muévelo así. Baila,
All right, one more
baila,
time for pre-K.
Muévelo, muévelo así. Los hombros, arriba, abajo van los hombros, arriba, abajo. El cuello da una vuelta.
All right, that looked like a pretty fun carnival. It's time for us to move to the next piece. All right, here we have Kevin Williams to tell us a little bit about Las Mariposas.
The Mirabal sisters were Dominican revolutionaries and activists. Their code name was Las Mariposas, which means the butterflies. Three of them, Patria, Minerva, and Maria Teresa, engaged in resistant activities against Rafael Trujillo's dictatorship. Though they suffered an untimely end, they inspired a movement that would end Trujillo's dictatorship. Now coming to the stage, kindergarten representing Las Mariposas.
In 1916, the United States took control of the Dominican Republic. While they occupied the country, they trained a military force to support the new government when they left. One of the soldiers they trained was Rafael Trujillo. By the time the Marines withdrew, Trujillo had risen to commander-in-chief of the army. In 1930, he used his military command to seize control of the Dominican Republic by overthrowing the elected president. Trujillo established a dictatorship that would last for 3 decades. Three sisters emerged as leaders of a revolutionary movement to fight against the cruel dictatorship. Minerva, Patria, and Maria Teresa Mirabal, along with their husbands and other revolutionaries, worked hard to free the Dominican Republic from Trujillo. Trujillo had violated his people's civil rights on a whim. He threw people in jail who defied him. The sisters' own father was arrested after the family offended Trujillo at a dinner party. He was in prison for 2 years before he was released. Despite the dangers, the Mariposas knew that they couldn't let this man stay in power. They are known to have said that it is a source of happiness to do whatever can be done for our country that suffers so many anguishes. It is sad to stay with one's arms crossed. Trujillo felt threatened by the sisters and sent men to silence the Mariposas and end their revolution. He thought he had defeated them, but the spirit of the butterflies lived on, and the dictatorship of Rafael Trujillo was ended by the revolutionary movement less than a year later. Las Mariposas are known as a symbol of courage and freedom. The sisters have been honored all over the world for their fight for social justice in the Dominican Republic. Y ahora celebramos las mariposas.
Mariposita mariposita de mil colores que por coqueta te dejo el tren. Mariposita de mil colores que por coqueta te dejo el tren. Con el tiquete de amor comprado buscando flores en el andén. Con el tiquete de amor comprado buscando flores en el andén. Mariposita, no seas bobita, mejor volvete para la estación. Que allí todavía te estoy esperando pa' que te subas en mi camión. Que allí todavía te estoy esperando pa' que te subas en mi camión. Mariposita de mis terrones, mariposita del pedregal, mariposita de
All right,
mis
let's hear it for
terrones,
kindergarten and las
mariposita del
mariposas.
pedregal. ¿De qué te sirven esas tus alas si ni siquiera puedes volar? ¿De qué te sirven esas tus alas si ni siquiera puedes volar?
All right. I know I was inspired, I know you were too, by the fight of the butterflies and their victory over such a giant foe. We've got a little fun coming your way now that we've done a little bit of history. We've got first grade coming to us, showing us a little bit about sports in the Dominican Republic. Here we have Ashton Ponder to introduce them.
Baseball is the national and most popular sport in the Dominican Republic. The country is home to the Dominican Professional Baseball League, a winter league with 6 teams, and is a major contributor of talent to Major League Baseball in the United States. The Dominican Republic national team won the Baseball World Cup in 1948 and the World Baseball Classic in 2013. And now coming to the stage is first grade presenting us with baseball.
Llévame al juego de béisbol, llévame a la multitud. Compremos maíz y unos crackers ya. No me importa si vuelvo jamás. Apoyemos a nuestro equipo. Y si no gana también, porque es 1, 2, 3 y ponchado en el juego de béisbol.
Y así suena la viva de Mercedes. Puro béisbol en ESPN. Y que suene la banda. En el bello Mazatlán, y como es nuestra costumbre, nos ponemos a jugar, dar de ponches 2 robadas, también un cuadrangular, al final con la plebada, como siempre argumentar, de dónde viene el béisbol, quién pegó el primer jonrón, que si se formó en Calar, o con Tamaulipas entró, si en Mérida se jugaba, o por Guaymas reventó, de dónde viene el béisbol, de dónde viene el béisbol. ¿Y de dónde viene el béisbol, compa? Yo digo que de Monterrey, de Mazatlán. Ay, compadre, esto está bueno.
I don't know how many of y'all out there are sports fans, but I enjoyed that ball game. Next, we're gonna have our second graders. And they're gonna be showing us a little bit about the culture of the Dominican Republic before colonization, before everything. And Sofia Rio Libre is gonna come and tell us a little bit about it.
The Taino were indigenous people of the Dominican Republic and other Caribbean islands. They are known for their agriculture, art, and spiritual beliefs before the arrival of Christopher Columbus. Though once considered extinct, their influence persists through religious traditions, preserved artifacts, and surviving descendants who maintain Taino culture and heritage in the modern Dominican Republic. Now coming to the stage, second grade with Los Tainos.
All right, let's hear it for second grade, Los Tainos. All right, that dance that we saw was inspired by a traditional myth that is the dance between the sun and the moon, right? Because when the sun comes up, the moon goes down. When the moon comes up, the sun goes down. And it's a dance, all the circular dance over and over, till the end of time, right? So that was the representation that the Tainos have of this myth represented by people in the dance, right? The sun and the moon. All right, next we have coming up, our third graders are gonna show us They're going to show us something. All right. Appreciate your support. Ish. Tin Marin de Don Pingüe. And we're quiet and we're ready. Now, we're going to listen to Akinde tell us a little bit more about Los Palos, which is from the African cultures that came over to the Dominican Republic. Go ahead, Akinde.
Los Palos in the Dominican Republic refers to a significant Afro-Dominican cultural tradition of music, dance, and rituals rooted in the West African slave past, blended with Taino traditions. Long hauled-out drums called palos or atabeles are a staple of this music that is performed at religious ceremonies, honoring saints, secular parties, and community gatherings, symbolizing unity, spirituality, and resilience. The tradition is deeply cherished part of the Dominican heritage, having been recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Now coming to the stage, third grade, representing Palos.
De Villamella para el mundo.
All right. Third grade must have had a meeting ahead of time for all that kind of support. I don't know what y'all did. I don't know what y'all trained them to do, but. All right. Before we get started on our fourth grade act, we have been, in the last years, we had a tradition of doing a competition on stage. My students in class have a Duolingo competition, and with that competition, they earn the ability to come on stage, the top two, and test their Spanish abilities against one another. So let me see if I can have Camden Francis and Quincy Andrews, our top two fourth graders this year. They're going to answer some of our questions. It's going to be stressful, so quiet, quiet. Let's let them think. All right, I'm going to start with you, Camden. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Me llamo Camden.
Very good. Me llamo Camden. All right, so that means Quincy, you'll get ¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien.
Estoy bien. Very good, very good. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a couple numbers. I'm going to say it in Spanish. You see if you can remember what it is in English, okay? All right. I'll start with some easy ones. Ocho.
8.
All right, good job. Ocho, eight. Let's see. Cuatro.
5.
Ooh, close, close. Let me see if Camden can get it. What is cuatro, Camden?
4.
4. All right, good job, both of us. I think Camden Francis will be our winner. Congratulations, and congratulations to both of you guys for coming on stage. That was really hard to do. All this pressure, all these eyes. All right, so great job, both of you. Come on. Another round of applause for our 2 competition participants. All right, and now we're going to switch over to a little bit of ballroom dancing, some ballroom music. These songs are the kind of thing that you hear anytime you go out dancing, Latin dance night, etc. But this specific dance is super popular, got its origins in the Dominican Republic, so we're going to focus on the merengue for our 4th graders. They've been working hard. I hope you enjoy it. And I think we have Solomon Jallo here to introduce our 4th grade.
Merengue is a type of music and dance originating in present-day Dominican Republic, which has become a very popular genre throughout Latin America, and also in several major cities in the United States with Latino communities. The song we will hear is by Juan Luis Guerra, a Dominican award-winning musician. His career spans over 35 years. He has won 31 Latin Grammys, 3 Grammys, and a Latin Billboard Music Award. He is the only artist to win the Cassandra's highest honor and the Grand Soprano 3 times. And coming to the stage is our great 4th grade.
Oye, me dio una fiebre el otro día por causa de tu amor, cristiana, que fui a parar a enfermería sin yo tener seguro de cama y me inyectaron suero de colores y me sacaron la radiografía y me diagnosticaron mal de amores al ver mi corazón como latía. Oye, me trastearon hasta el alma con rayo X cirugía y es que la ciencia no funciona, solo tu beso, vida mía. Ay, negra, mira, búscate un catete, inyéctame tu amor como insulina y dame vitamina de cariño, que me ha subido la bilirrubina. Me sube la bilirrubina, cuando te miro y no me miras, y no lo quita la aspirina, es un amor que contamina. Oye, me sube la bilirrubina, cuando te miro y no me miras, y no lo quita la aspirina, es un amor que contamina. Oye.
right, fourth grade did a great job. You should have seen their faces when I told them we were going to do a spin and a dip. But I think they did a great job at that. It's not easy, and they made it look really good. All right, our last act is always the seniors in the building. They have the special challenge of I put together the music and they put together the dance. I help facilitate, but they come up with their own ideas. They decide what they want it to look like. This is their choreography, right? And we've got Chrisette Henderson back on the stage to introduce our fifth grade dancers.
Modern music in the Dominican Republic includes the continued popularity of traditional genres like merengue and bachata, alongside the newly popular genre, bembao, a style of Dominican reggaeton. Genres like Dominican pop, indie, and various fusion are also prominent, incorporating elements from hip-hop, rock, and Afro-Antillean rhythms. Today's songs will feature artists like Tonio Rosario, Romeo Santos, Millie Quesada, Nati Natasha, Nikki Jam, Leslie Grace, and Camila Camilo. Now, fifth grade will be presenting a modern music.
Machucalo, machucalo, machucalo. Machucalo, machucalo, machucalo. Oye, oye, oye. Machucalo, machucalo, machucalo. Tá cruzado, 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 tá cruzado. Machucalo. Culiquita catí, culiquita catá, culiquita catí, culiquita catá. Sabalagatiki, catiki, sabalagatiki, catiki, sabalagatiki, catiki. I really go crazy.
Vivo aniquilado en el despecho, reprimido ardiendo por los celos, lo odio aunque él te haga feliz. Nada me intimida, pero entiendo que él ganó la guerra hace tiempo y se me olvida que ya te perdí. Volvió Juanita y dijo que no volvía. Volvió con una maleta cargada de lejanías. Volvió Juanita con su pollera pintada de pájaros y colores, de amores y de canciones. Qué bonita se ve llegando del aeropuerto, regresando otra vez a su gente y a su pueblo. Ay, Juan y Manuela, tu linda piel de canela, cuando bailan a la rumba en noches de luna llena.
Me gusta mi reggae.
La dura de la dura, tengo sueltecita la cintura. Cuidado, porque te vas a envolver. Cuidado, las mujeres tienen poder. Cuidado, perreo sin filtro, soy la dura que llama peligro.
Sé que hay en tus ojos con solo mirar que estás cansada de andar y de andar y caminar, girando siempre en un lugar.
Sé que las ventanas se pueden abrir.
Cambiar el aire depende de ti.
Ay, te ayudará.
Vale la pena una vez más.
Saber que se puede, querer que se pueda, quitarnos los miedos, dejarlos afuera.
Pintarse la cara color esperanza. Tentar al futuro con el corazón.
Vale más el presente que el futuro. Dale suave que aquí no hay apuro. Ya salimos adelante, ya no le den mente. Y abrazo para toda mi gente.
Melhor perder-se que nunca embarcar. Mejor tentarse a dejar de intentar.
será, e a vida mudará. Sé que lo imposible se puede lograr, que la tristeza algún día se irá. Así será, sentirás que el alma vuela por cantar una vez más. Saber que se puede, querer que se pueda, quitarse los miedos, echarlos pa' fuera, pintarse la cara, color esperanza, tentar al futuro con el corazón, con el corazón. Saber que se puede, querer que se pueda, quitarse los miedos, sacarlos afuera, pintarse la cara, color esperanza, pintar el futuro con el corazón. Saber que se puede, querer que se pueda, quitarse los miedos, sacarlos afuera, pintarse la cara, color esperanza, pintar el futuro con el corazón. Saber que se puede, querer que se puede, yo quiero que sí se pueda, pintarse la cara, color esperanza, tentar al futuro.
Let's hear it for 5th grade and all the participants in this year's Hispanic Heritage Festival.
Let's hear it for all of the students, all of Narvie J. Harris. Let's hear it for our very own Spanish teacher, Miss Senorita Hawkins. Thank you, parents, for coming out this morning. See our wonderful students. Not only are they excellent in the classrooms, they're excellent on the stage as well. We're going to have a few remarks from our principal.
Good morning, Narvie. Good morning. Happy Friday to you, and thank you so much, parents, for coming out to support our students. Didn't they do an amazing job? Did you all enjoy the show? Absolutely amazing job. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of the parent support and teacher support. Thank you, Ms. Hawkins Perry, for all of your hard work. Look at the decorations. Aren't they beautiful? Everything's so nice. So again, thank you to all of our parents and teachers for staying with us today, and to you, our students. Next time, you that stage, and we want to say congratulations to all of our participants today. Everyone have a great day as we prepare to dismiss back to the classroom. Teachers, we will send some additional information to you. And again, thank you so much for coming out today. Everyone have an amazing day.
All right, we're going to begin.